Well, I'm Life. This is George G, and the time is right. Welcome to today's guest, strong and powerful Danielly Rocha-Lanter. Danielly, are you ready to do this?
Yes, thanks so much for having me here.
Yeah, excited to have you back on the show. Danielly is the founder of Danielly's Fitness. She's a certified personal trainer, provider of corporate wellness, helping people train their bodies and their minds. Danielly, again, welcome back. Tell us a little bit about your personal life, some more about your work, why you do what you do.
Of course, yeah. So I am, if you haven't heard me before, I am from Brazil. And I was telling you a little bit about my story. I came to America in 2009 to the USA. And when I came here, you leave your culture, you leave your family behind. So you come to a different situation, different lifestyle. And you start to get to know a little bit about fast food, rush lifestyle, work, work, work. And I started gaining a lot of weight, and with a high cholesterol. So I tried to find a lot of shortcuts when I came to America. Like everyone that tried to lose weight in the beginners, they tried to lose weight, they tried to find a shortcut because, and more for me, like with ADD people, ADHD, we look for shortcuts. It's too hard for us to focus too long in the future. So we wanted something fast. So I did. I took diet pills. I went through crazy diets, liquid diets, bought books about diet. Did I finish with them? No, because I tried for 1 week and didn't like it. So, so it's not my lifestyle. And I tried deep cardio, a lot of hours of cardio. I went to FA, which is a Food Addicts Anonymous. It's like AA, but they exchange for food instead of alcohol. I tried everything. I tried cardio, hours and hours. I did lose weight. I did lose 10 pounds, but it's normal. It's like everybody else. We are trying a shortcut. We are not training our mind. We are not training our body. So I gained all back. And I took the diet pills, even gave me ulcer, which took me years to heal in my intestines, which had so many exams and exams to find out why I was having cuts in my intestines, and came from the diet pills. So I try, and after that, I started studying about it, weight loss, and I started studying like exercise, nutrition. But the reality is, I probably told you before, I just like to tell people how I started. I was watching TV, WWE,
Let's go.
and but for each channel, but it's like the one that is just like is the WWE, it's about WWE. For the E channel, was only about the girls.
Okay.
And I was watching them, I was in my living room watching them, and I'm like, how they can have that body and I cannot? That was exactly the day that I decided to study. That was the day. Because I saw the girl's body and I'm like, how they could do it. And now, let me tell you, WWE influenced me, makes me try to want to lose weight. Because I saw those bodies, those girls, I'm like, and that's the time I started studying like crazy, starting really learning about nutrition. And and after that, I became a trainer. But I realized that for me to train my clients, I could do a beautiful exercise, yeah, like the best personal trainer because they did beautiful exercise. But I have to train the client's mind for them to train the body because I could do a beautiful exercise. But if they ate the emotions tomorrow or later after my exercise, it will be all gone. It doesn't matter. So I had to train the mind. So I started studying a lot more about the mindset. I already studied and applied on myself, but I went deeper. I went studied neurolinguistics, life coaching, about trauma. Trauma has such a big impact, how you're dealing for emotions. And again, I like to explain people how emotional eating it is. Emotional eating comes from your childhood. And you have a baby, so like when you're a baby, the first feeling they have about food and relationship with love is through the breast milk or through feeding through the bottle, is the holding. That the first relationship you have with your mouth, with your sensation of love and eating. And after that, the baby start growing. And a lot of times the baby does still start eating food, but they wanted the relationship with the feeding in the mouth and breast, even if they don't need it, the breast milk, the breast, but they are still wanted that relationship, the calming sensation. And they start getting older and older, and the emotions we start teaching the kids unconscious about, like, oh, let's have a treat because you did good. Let's have ice cream because you're happy. So we started teaching them about emotions and relationship with the food, teaching about pizza, ice cream, cookies, everything. And food becomes part of our relationship, of your daily lives, like Christmas, Thanksgiving, all related to food. Even funerals, we have food. Food is really part, is a tradition in all countries. So let's say you stress and you are stressed out because you have a big day. You didn't like what your boss told you, or you have an exhausting day from work and you wanted to feel calm. So you go all the way to your unconscious mind. Food means love, means calming. So a lot of times you stress out, you want to have the ice cream because you wanted that sensation that's unconscious. It's feeling the calming and loving that you're looking all the way from that time, that the first time you would learn about love. So that's a lot of science showing that the first sensation of emotional eating comes from the childhood. And we're learning patterns over and over again. That's with different types of food, which just becomes a tradition. And another thing is, so that's what I try to bring to my clients, to understand the relationship of food. Or let's say you have a long day of stress of work, a lot of people come and pour a glass of wine because to feel relaxed. So they start put like a band-aid on their feelings over the alcohol because they wanted that feeling, the sensation of feeling relaxed of that glass of wine, which later can become a habit. And that's the dangerous part, when your food becomes a habit.
Super powerful.
Yeah.
Super powerful. And it makes perfect sense. All of it does, right? I don't think I think a lot about the negative and limiting beliefs and how those lead to bad interactions with our finances, but it's essentially the same thing. If I'm soothed and I'm relating food and with wonderful things and safety and comfort, well, then why wouldn't I just turn to that like a pacifier?
Exactly. And everything. And we as new parents, and you have three, so you as a parent, we do this unconscious because we want to be best. We want to fulfill your kids' love, which we are right to do that, because everything's about the child fulfilling the kids' love, giving the breast, giving the milk, giving the food that they want. But later in life, we need to understand is teaching them about the value of the food. Not like, oh, you have good grades, let's have ice cream. Oh, you're in timeout, you're not going to have your dessert today. So that's the mistake that end up happening too. And that's what I'm here to teach my clients. I have this program that the people go through all the access the unconscious mind to understand the feelings and thoughts, how the relationship with food, but not only that, heal for trauma that has been there. But I'm not, and we also provide life coaches. I have two life coaches, they are part of my team. So our clients go and talk to them. So that way they can help in them, because we are not here to give people's answers. I'm not a therapist. I am a life coach, but I'm not here to give you an answer. I'm here to give you the exercise to find out why you have the emotion. So in my company, people are going to exercise to release the emotions. You're going to learn about nutrition to understand what the relationship you have with your food, to understand the nutrition behind your food. You are what you eat. Let the food be your medicine. Let the medicine be your food. Your guts, for you to be happy, your guts needs to be worked properly. So you have to eat properly. And you're gonna go through the mindfulness, work on yourself every day through meditation, mindfulness exercise, drawing, understand every day, learn how to say no to things. When you go through a diet and people are like, oh, I'm on diets, I wanted to, you tell the person you're on a diet and the person trying to convince you to eat that. It's like, let's say you go out with someone and you tell, no, I don't want to eat that today. And the other person like, keep eating, please, just eat. Try my food. You can start the diet tomorrow. So it's about who? In the Latino families, I'm Latina, so I can say that. It's part of a culture. You don't, if you don't eat your mom's food, that's kind of like upsetting. And if you tell people, or your aunts or your grandma or your family, that you don't want the food because you're on a diet, it's hard. It's tough on them. And it's hard to say no to them. So learn how to say no. It's something that I teach in my programs.
Yeah, well, that certainly makes sense. As much as I, the consumer of the food, do it to satiate and to address unaddressed trauma and to find safety and comfort. Folks who express their love through cooking and feeding, that is their that is something that they potentially need to work on, but difficult for us to be in the situation where they're trying to give us their love and we're saying no thank you because we're trying to change our behaviors. So I appreciate what you're just saying. And I don't think this is probably an accurate statement 10 years ago. It will be 20 years from now, and it certainly is today, that we need to be addressing these underlying problems, because you got an ulcer from taking diet pills, and now we've got all these miracle weight loss drugs on the market, which are destroying our bodies. And I did a long rant on this a couple of weeks ago. People have no idea the negative impacts that diet pills have on their bodies. So to actually get down to the root cause, which is what you're talking about, I think is so important.
Yeah, I tell the way I tell clients like this is like, do you know when you cut the weeds, you have a grass in your house, you cut the weeds on the top, but they keep growing back? This is exactly what you do when you take diet pills. You keep the weights coming back over and over again. You lose for a certain amount and have to go back. You have to remove the roots. You have to go deep, 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 deep. Go really can remove the roots for the weeds don't grow again. So weight loss, the same thing. You have to dig deep. You have to remove the roots of your problem. What is the roots of your problem? It's the fact that you don't want to say no, or it is habits. So one of the things we do is a family tree. So in the family tree, it doesn't matter if you are not blood related or not. You learn patterns from watching other people over and over again. So behaviors that you have came from your parents, but doesn't matter if you're blood or not, because you've seen them and it's unconscious. The way you talk to your kids, the way you act some sort of ways, it came from your parents. So in the family tree, we check what is the behavior you have. What is the behavior? And you're gonna learn that either you want to keep going with the behavior and you're gonna do a huge family tree. Like for example, my family, we are workaholics. And I noticed that like my parents, my family is divided by money. My father's side, my mom's side, it's like all the families, they're workaholics trying to get together. And I went to the same pattern. So now that I know that, now that I brought to the paper, because every time you bring something on the paper, you come to the conscious mind. Everything unconscious, you work to the conscious. So that way you learn, oh, okay, do I want to keep going or do I want to stop? And that's the time. So we do that. And we do for family, like if you see eating problem or alcohol, a lot of times when you do a family tree, you see, oh, my grandfather was an alcoholic, my aunts were alcoholics, or parts are made of a lot of alcohol. And you go on and on and on. This couple divorced for alcohol. And I see clients doing that. I see clients also about divorce. I notice patterns that a lot of the families are divorced. Most everyone in the family. So we saw patterns over and over again. So there are a lot of patterns. It's like, do you know when you have a bad relationship and the person have another relationship is also a bad relationship? Because that person trying to find someone, you're like, oh, well, what if someone's different this time? But you find the same type of person over and over again. There are patterns that they needs to be broken. So put on the paper and learn what it is like a waking up call. You open your eyes. It's like you put a lens, it's a glasses, like how you're gonna see the world different.
Yeah, I love it. We all follow predictable patterns and habits, and some of those are beneficial to us, but unfortunately, many of them keep us stuck where we are and actually move us further away from the lives that we truly want. So I appreciate that. I'm sure that some people grab a hold of it quickly and some people never do. How long is the program?
So the program are 8 weeks. So in the 8 weeks, is a little bit intense. So what it is every day you're gonna receive a workout plan, which you have a trainers to support you. Also, you can have access to personal training online that our trainers can give you class online one-on-one. And these 8 weeks, you're going to exercise every day. We're going to create pattern. You have to exercise every day. People, oh, you're going to exercise 3 times a week. No, you're going to move your body every day. Your day off means that you're going to walk for 10 minutes. We have to create a habit. Everyone that I've been in this industry for so long, personal training. Everyone that sign up in the gym and they start 3 times a week, believe me, I think it's like 80% they stopped because they did not create a habit. They're like, oh, I'm going today, I'm going tomorrow. Oh, not today, next week. You have to go every day because you're trying to create a behavior, a new behavior, another cognitive behavior that you did not have. So you have to be doing every day. So even like go there for 5 minutes, walk in the treadmill and come back home, you have to show up. So you have to work out every day. You have a workout plan for you. And we have people monitoring, check if, hey, how you doing? Hey, I noticed that you didn't check in. What's going on? And after that, and every day you're also the mind part, our program is divided into 2 parts, the body and mind. The body is the exercise. The mind exercise is videos. They're max of 20 minutes. Some days like 10 minutes, some days like 5 minutes that you have to watch one video every day. And that is exercise. Like, for example, the second day we talk about drawing. You have to do 3 drawings. How you draw it, how you see yourself, what is the biggest problem, what is the solution? Again, is another way to activate the unconscious mind. And you have a small group that you are part of online that you have to go back to the group and say, hey, this is what's for me today. Take a picture. And it's like 10 people max each group. It's like you have your own online support in that group. And the online support. So every day for 8 weeks. So the reality is 4 weeks is only work on your mind. And after that, the 4 weeks after, you're going to meditate every day. So every day you're going to have a listen to a meditation that's designed for the program about the mind transformation every day. So the 8 weeks is like this. 4 weeks working exercise, doing exercise, moving your body, learning about nutrition. the mind transformation, you're going to learn about yourself. And after that, you still exercise for 8 weeks. And the last 4 weeks, you're going to do meditating every day. We trying to create a habit, and you have people to monitor you, help you. Like if you have questions, and you have also have a trainer or someone to answer. And one group, some people have access to life coaching. We have a VIP. They have 2 private life coachings to help them every 4 weeks, to help them to keep going, pushing them to answer all the questions and helping them to find the answers.
I love it. I love how thoughtful you've been about incorporating all the different elements, from community to just all the support and the accountability, and it all makes perfect sense to me. So I love it. How do people take advantage? How can people learn more and get involved?
So they can go to my website, daniellysfitness.com, and just access the mind body transformation. Or they can go to our Instagram and ask us, and I have a nice team that always help me. And we do personal trainings also, because some people, they don't know what to do. So we do tell them, hey, you can have an 8-session personal training with the program, or 4 sessions of personal training, or just traditional. You can do yourself. Some people already know what to do in the gym. So we just give them workout plans, and they have access there.
Excellent. Well, if you enjoyed this as much as I did, show Danielly your appreciation and share today's show with a friend who also appreciates good ideas. Go to daniellysfitness.com. It's DANIELLYS fitness.com. And specifically, we've been talking about today is the mind-body transformation. So you'll find that on the site, but then check out all the other great resources that Danielly is offering, and finally break that cycle of losing weight, gaining it back, losing weight, gaining it back, and get the lifestyle that you truly want. Thanks again, Danielly.
Thank you. I've been there, so I do understand everyone where they come from.
Yeah, me too. So now is your time. And until next time, remember, do your part by doing your best.